Breaking news, Vince McMahon has now resigned from his position as executive chairman for TKO. 48 hours ago, it was first reported by the Wall Street Journal that Vince, along with WWE and former head of talent relations John Laurinaitis, were facing a lawsuit in the US District Court of Connecticut. Allegations against Vince included, but aren't limited to, trafficking, assault, as well as physical and emotional abuse. And it has now been reported and confirmed by both Fightful and Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Vince has indeed stepped down, including an excerpt from an email sent to certain WWE staff, which I will now read. This is from Nick Khan, saying, I wanted to inform you that Vince McMahon has tendered his resignation from his positions as TKO Executive Chairman and on the TKO Board of Directors. He will no longer have a role with TKO Group Holdings, the parent company, or WWE itself. Signed, Nick Khan. So this follows various allegations towards Vince that were made in the summer of 2022, allegations that ultimately led to Vince McMahon retiring from WWE. The internal investigation concluded in November of that year, but it is also alleged that the special committee didn't actually interview the person who has filed this most recent lawsuit or request any documents from her, despite the fact that she did say that she was willing to cooperate. He forced his way back into WWE in January of 2023, returning to the company, being elected executive chairman. And he was, of course, on the board of TKO Group Holdings, alongside various other people from WWE, as well as some from UFC as well. That is, of course, the new parent company looking after WWE as one of its brands. He is now gone from the company, and it is not expected that we will see him back at all. Dave Meltzer tweeting just a few moments ago, Vince really isn't coming back this time. He doesn't have the voting power. That lawsuit made it impossible. Sponsor pullouts can be a domino, and they needed to stop the dominoes from falling immediately. So this is because Slim Jim publicly announced, after various reports started circulating, that they would not be working with WWE for the foreseeable future. So a spokesperson for Slim Jim released the following statement about 6 hours ago. Slim Jim values integrity and respect in all of our partnerships. Given the recent disturbing allegations against Vince McMahon, at this time, we've decided to pause our promotional activities in WWE. This decision reflects our commitment to our brand values and responsibility to our community. We will continue to monitor the situation and base our future engagements on our values and what is best for our brand. That was released by PW Insider. So Slim Jim, a massive, massive sponsor, huge amounts of money coming from Slim Jim. And essentially, once the first sponsor pulls out, and especially when they make a public statement, it's very, very likely that other brands, other partners will follow. And the financial damage that this could do to WWE as a company is absolutely massive. So I guess they're coming in now to stop further brands from pulling out. Hopefully, we will certainly keep you updated with regard to that. So this is very, very much the end of an era. Obviously, we've seen Vince McMahon take a step back from things creatively. It very much, to me at least, feels that Vince McMahon has probably tendered his resignation rather than being forced out. The allegations against Vince McMahon are incredibly, incredibly serious. The court document, we'll link to it in the description below if you do want to have a full read through, but it's horrific stuff, absolutely abhorrent accusations towards Vince, and we will keep you updated with regard to the the progress of that lawsuit. But some very, very serious allegations indeed. So Royal Rumble is less than 24 hours away. We still don't know at this time if there is going to be a post-premium live event press conference. That hasn't been announced by the company. One can expect that if they do go ahead with that press conference, whoever is up there, Triple H, you would assume, will be inundated with questions about what has happened over the last 48 hours. But we'll keep you updated as to whether or not that press conference will happen at all. A former WWE board member actually released a comment to the New York Times before Vince's resignation. So Jeff Speed, this is a former WWE board member, he headed up the investigation, commented on the matter, saying, I remain confident in our investigation, which included outreach to Miss Grant and engagement with her lawyer. This was said in an email sent on Thursday. So Mr. Speed, who left the WWE board in 2023, added that he recognized the horrific nature of the allegations, but said that he was not at liberty to comment on what was and what was not learned during their internal investigation. He is not a member of the current TKO board of directors. He is a previous WWE board member. A statement from Vince McMahon's legal team said that he denied the allegations towards him. But this very, very much does look like it's it. Previously, Vince McMahon was able to make his way back to WWE because he had the power, the control. He had the power to do so legally. He no longer has that power at all. We are now facing a WWE, it looks like fully without Vince McMahon, which is something that I think none of us expected. WWE has changed so much over the last few years. I don't think any of us expected the company to ever be sold, and I don't think any of us ever predicted a WWE without Vince McMahon. But given the allegations against him, the serious nature of those allegations, this, I think, was very, very much inevitable. Just disgusting allegations towards him. WWE Shop yesterday pulled all Vince McMahon merchandise, what was left, I guess, of it, from their online stores. And I would expect that WWE will continue to distance themselves from Vince McMahon in the future, at least short term, and especially while this lawsuit, preparations for the lawsuit and the lawsuit itself are ongoing. So it's absolutely crazy news. We will keep you updated. I imagine by the time Sam and Fraser get to their desks in the morning, there will be plenty more to learn about this situation. Thank you very, very much for joining me. And that's it. WWE TKO is now without Vince McMahon, a man who, if allegations are to be believed, is facing some very, very serious trouble indeed. We will keep you updated. Thank you very much.